Yo, what's going on, guys? Yo, this is a new episode of JMA, which is Just My Advice. It's where you send in questions and I give you just my advice. Because if it fucks up your life, it's just my advice. That's it, you know what I'm saying? But I think I give pretty good advice. It's serious. Like, my other channel is Wineboxpapi. That's where I just like talk shit and just roast cunts. But I'm Mark Carsky, and this is where, you guys just send in questions to anything. I think I have a pretty good outlook on life and stuff like that. So I kind of enjoy doing this. It helps me with my life by answering questions seriously, kind of taking, putting myself in their shoes or like even stepping away from it. It'll help me and hopefully help you. So let's just fucking get started. If you want to send in a question, you could send it, you could type it down below in the comments, or you could DM me anywhere. Everything is Wineboxpapi, my social media, or like by Mark Carsky, or you could just comment down below. It all stays anonymous, by the way, so it's all anonymous. Let's go right away. Let's just start the shit off with Instagram. I want to start a new career, but I'm terrified of failing and not being able to provide. Any advice and or just something funny is appreciated. Well, I don't know what I'm gonna say that's funny to that, but you want to start a new career. Okay, I'm terrified of failing. Well, everybody is scared of failing. I think somebody else actually asked a question about failure. Failure is going to happen. Like, if you're especially going to try something new, you have to fail to learn how to do it correctly. Like, for instance, Wineboxpapi is my main channel, but that wasn't my first YouTube channel. I had a channel before that was a complete failure. Like 7 months, I had 62 subs. Like, I don't even know what I had set. Like, I know I beat 62 subs like in a day or two on the new channel, and then like obviously we're at like 73,000 now. So failure is a good thing. Failure is usually what you learn from, and you can learn from other people's failures. Failures is very, very important, actually. That's usually how you learn to not do most. That's probably how you learn most important things, is through failure. Right, or through, reading, but that's like reading through somebody else's failure. Like if they failed at that and they wrote a book about it type shit. But terrified of failing and not being able to provide. Okay, so I get that. I get that you probably have mouths to feed and stuff like that. So when you are switching it up career-wise, I don't have any mouths to feed, anybody to provide for. That's why it's like if you are any age, but especially like a little bit younger and stuff like that. But like people have a longer lifespan than they think now due to like medicine and stuff like that. But so if you're trying to switch careers, or if you even have a thought of it, you have to do it. You should do it. No matter what the change is. Like if you're a lawyer and you want to manage a McDonald's really, really bad, you should do that, right? So I would say try and live below your means if possible. Like switch up the means at which you live. Like if you live with a family, maybe downsize to make it easier and less of a burden on you, so you can focus more on now what's the opposite of failing? Being successful in the new career that you pick. I have total faith in you. You got this. You're just gonna have to learn some things. It's fun. New career's fun. Like I look at stand-up as like a new career. And that's really exciting, you know? And stand-up is something you're gonna fail at a ton, like no matter who you are type shit. So new careers are fun. It's very, it opens up the doors. It opens up like the possibilities, you know, the what if type shit. Just keep that in mind whenever you're thinking about failing, but think about what if. I have it written like on my bedroom door, what if? What if it all works out? Thank you so much for your question. Hi, Poppy. Any advice on how to spot a sugar daddy? Be hot and post salaciously half nude photos. I don't know what salacious means. Post half nude photos on Instagram and just wait. Just out here trying to have an Angela makeover, if you know what I mean. Hey, do it. You got this. Hey Poppy, love your channel and artwork. Oh yeah, I do art, by the way, guys. I'm gonna have some art going up behind me that I've done and stuff. I'm trying to fix this little studio area and make it more fucking tight, but it's nice. It's nice and cozy. But yeah, if you guys want some art, I'm gonna be doing I'm working on like NFTs and stuff, but like right now my main focus is stand up. Like that's all my mind has been on. I'm gonna talk about it a little bit later in this episode. But yeah, I also do art and have art for sale on Depop. But yeah, we'll get into whatever. Here's what me and my boyfriend and many others in my life always complain that I don't have empathy. I wasn't taught it because I grew up. Okay, actually, I always have a problem with this. This might sound really stupid. I think a lot of people have a problem with this. Empathy versus sympathy. I'm always like, fucking, which one is which? The ability to understand and share the feelings of another is empathy. Okay, let me look at what sympathy is. I know that just, to me, it sounds so dumb. So the one is feeling pity and one is understanding. The ability to understand and share feelings of another. Okay. I feel like I have a problem with that. That I don't have empathy to complain. You know, I wasn't taught it because I grew up in a strict household, never really experienced many hugs in my childhood. I've personally gotten used to coming off as cold and quiet, so it never really bothered me until I realized it is a cause of tension and arguments in many of my relationships. I studied you can teach yourself empathy and learn to grow it, and I know I have it initially because I experienced it with animals. TLDR, do you have any advice on how to learn to gain empathy? Well, what I would do is probably, when I try and learn something, I go on YouTube and I let the algorithm know I'm looking for the answer of this, right? Like, so I'll search in how to gain empathy, right? And then I'll watch. Like, I think a lot of people have a problem with this is it's like learning is masturbatory a little bit, right? Like they just keep learning and they don't do. They're just like, oh, after I don't know enough, I got to keep reading, I got to keep learning. Like I've heard, I don't know a single fucking person like that, but I've heard that's an excuse for people. And I've heard, and that makes sense to me where you're like, oh no, I could just learn more and I'll be more prepared. And it's like, so don't get into a cycle of just learning, right? Through osmosis, you'll probably naturally start doing things that you're learning anyway. But what I would do is listen and apply. Apply what you learn. I feel like most people don't apply things they learn, and a lot of people don't learn anything at all. So the fact that you're aware of it and you know you have the ability to change, I think you're on the perfect path to doing this. You got this. I believe in you. Thank you for the question. How to handle people who cause trouble and play victim. So you're telling me you still surround yourself with a person that causes trouble and then plays the victim? So they do something, right? They do something to upset you. You respond in a manner of which telling them you don't like it or like you're angry about it, and then they bring up something you did to them. Drop that person. Stop talking to that person as much, even if it's your mother. Like what kind of, you shouldn't surround yourself with that person. Like let them, what you should do is to handle this person, tell this person, talk to the person about it. And if they don't want to change or like, you know, start playing the victim and shit like that, be like, fuck you, I'm out of here, you know? If it's your mom, just ignore that bitch, right? Tell her you don't like what she's doing and she probably won't listen. And then you're just like, all right, I'm gonna ignore you. All right. But I know that's much easier said than done to ignore someone who causes trouble and plays victim. But I mean, I wish that's all the information I have. So I'm trying to like, in a broad sense, like what you could do. So with any human being who is that way, you should have a conversation with them as an adult, you know, because causing trouble and then playing victim is not very adult-like. So they might have a problem with it. I'm not, but it's just my advice. Thank you for the question. How can we stop comparing ourselves to others? I think humans inherently do that, but what helps you focus on and negate jealousy when creating art, if that has ever happened to you? So I think we will always compare ourselves to others. Even if you are like with me, I so am acutely aware that I'm not going to compare myself to others because it doesn't matter. It has nothing to do with you. Their starting point might have been completely different than your starting point. Their end point might be, they might get hit by a bus, you know, all this. So there's nothing really to be jealous of because you don't know their situation. You don't know their mental state. You don't know any of these things. But like jealousy, you know, when I see like, I don't get like jealous, but it's like art, you know, that I could do. I think maybe with like art, that's happened where I've seen people like they sell something that's like kind of shitty for like 130,000. I'm like, bruh, what? But I don't do things just for money though. So like, I can't really, cause like money it wouldn't change anything really, you know, like it wouldn't, there'd still be things I have to work on and stuff. So I don't get jealous of that. I guess sometimes, maybe I'll be like, damn, I'll never draw that way. Like I'm pretty objective when I'm like, damn, I'll never be able to draw that good. Like I could not do the Mona Lisa. But I don't think I get very jealous. But to help me focus and negate jealousy, I want to actually look up the exact definition of jealousy. Feeling or showing envy of someone of their achievements or and advantages. I mean, you just don't know what people are going through. That's how I don't even think about it, because they could have the worst life ever, right? Even if your life is bad and that person seemingly has a better life than you, you have no idea. Like if you look online, everybody's life is fake. It's curated. We're our own team, right? We're like our own PR team type shit. So, and with comparing yourself to others, don't compare yourself to somebody else. Compare yourself to who you were yesterday, right? That's the only person, because you are a different person, right? Every time you learn something, every time you do something new, every time you create a new habit, every time you cancel a habit, all these things create you into a new person that you are going to be type shit. So just compare yourself to the one yesterday. Because it sounds like if you're comparing yourself to others or have jealousy, you're looking or aspiring to do something. So I would say incrementally, day by day, even if it's by 1%, I would get better. I'm touching this microphone so much I can feel a comment being like, "Stop touching it so much. It's expensive, bro. I want to touch this goddamn microphone." But yeah, I would say compare yourself to yourself of yesterday. Make small incremental changes. And I would say jealousy is probably normal. But if it's overwhelming, I would, like with the other person, I would research a little bit how to diminish a little bit of jealousy. You know, because I'd say just practice knowing you don't know what they're going through. I'd rather cry in a Ferrari than a Honda than be happy in Honda is like such bullshit type thing. So you don't really know what they could be crying in that Ferrari. They could be the person who sold their painting for $130,000 could have bought a brand new car, crashed and died type shit. So, you know, that type of shit happens. You never, like everything happens for a reason. I have that tatted, but also, you know, I like that because like it seems like things fall in line, right? So there's nothing really to be jealous of. If it's deserving and you're going to work hard, if you have the skills and the ability to work hard towards it, it's probably going to come your way. All right. One of the last two questions. As someone with anxiety, how do you get over the fear of failure? For example, does doing stand-up get easier with practice? So this is actually something with stand-up I literally have not, and it makes me feel like, see, when I'm talking on the camera, I can be more objective and I feel like I can be more just clear-minded. But outside of when the camera's off, I'll probably start getting more anxious. I can start ruminating, you know, because I haven't been able to do stand-up yet. You know, I had the mental health. The mental health, this is why I haven't gotten up yet, is because Gary Gallman, big stand-up comedian, he says, I saw him say, he said, only go up when you're healthy, right? Like mentally healthy. He said, because the first impression, people are not going to forget. Like if you go to an open mic and you are not mentally healthy and you fuck up, have an anxiety, something bad, they're going to remember. So I was like, all right, I'm not going up until I'm healthy. And then, so I just kind of feel ashamed. I kind of feel like a liar, even like, though I know I'm going to do it. That's my main goal. That's all my mind has been focused on, is gearing myself up and ready to go on stage, because I take it super seriously. I can't really just go on, you know, I can't just willy-nilly go up on there without caring. I have to have, you know, my set. I care type shit. I was going to go up last Monday and start, and I was so excited to like start this new career. Like I said before, but you need a vaccine. You need a vaccine card. I haven't got vaccinated yet. So I'm going to go today, get the vaccine card, and hopefully start Monday. I want to start doing it 3 times a week. I know this isn't what you asked, but I just wanted to explain and kind of get it off my chest, I guess. Because I've been talking about it for a while. And then just, of course, certain things. I mean, I don't care what people think. It's more about like how I view myself with it. It's just, I've been waiting to get ready to go, like mentally ready. It's hard to write when you're like depressed. You're not going on stage when you're depressed. You're not even making a fucking YouTube video when you're depressed type shit. So to get on stage and to, what's up with airplane food? Like you're not going to give a fuck at all. So does anxiety, how do you get over the fear of failure? But so how I am getting over the fear of failure is with stand-up, for instance, you have to fail. You have to bomb. That's how you find out what jokes aren't funny. The fear of failure. What are you afraid of with failing? To the people who asked this, to the multiple people who asked this, about, the fear of failure with the new career and your anxiety with the fear of failure. Anxiety is, if you're aware that your anxiety is making you have a fear of failure, I would recognize that. Be like, this is just my anxiety ruminating on the possibility of me failing. Because, like, you might be in a field where failure isn't an option. I mean, like, I'm sure failure in everything, but like stand-up is probably an extreme one because you have to fail a lot publicly in front of people and film yourself to see what you did wrong type shit. Ooh, it is, yeah. I get over that by just like knowing it's a part of the game, and nothing bad is gonna happen to me from bombing or having a failure. But to get over the fear of failure, just know that it's a part of life. It's a huge part of life. If there wasn't failure, there wouldn't be success. If there wasn't sadness, there wouldn't be happiness. You need the yin and the yang. You need the opposite, right? And failure, like I said, is a great teacher. But the fear of it, maybe just fail more. Fail more and see that it's totally okay. I'm trying to think of safe ways to fail that, maybe I would say start going to the gym. That'll put you in line a little bit of like, you get a little bit nervous because people are there. You're trying out these new machines. You're not lifting it. You're scared of failing in front of people. Maybe that's a good way of like practicing the fear of failure or something. I don't know. Like when I'm at the gym, I try and practice feeling like nobody's there. Like I'm the only person there type shit for some reason. But thank you for your question. I appreciate you. And last question. Hey, Mark, I need advice. I found out the man I was dating for 7 months committed to an ex-girlfriend recently and was using me to cheat on her. She has an incurable STD. Oh, my God. Which means we all might have it. He knew he was putting me at risk for this disease, but didn't tell me. We didn't always use condoms because of how long we're seeing each other. My state might allow me to press charges against him for negligence. Do you think I should? Yes. If he knowingly gave you an STD, I mean, like, so what you have to think about, though, if you're thinking about pressing charges, is do you want that stress? Do you want that added stress, that extra stress of that? That's a crazy scenario. I'm so fucking sorry to hear that. I would say never talk to this motherfucker again. If you want to press charges, I would, like, if it seems like you do, I don't know, really, honestly, I don't know what pressing charges does. Like what I'm thinking is, like, do you get money out of what happens when you press charges on this person? Like, what, is that's probably very stressful, getting a lawyer and all of that stuff. You would win, of course. I mean, that's a totally shitty thing to do. I think this person should be punished and definitely penalized for that's illegal to give people STDs when you knowingly have it. Like, so I would say, yeah, if you have the means to do it, I don't see why not. Fuck that guy. Not literally, unless there's a condom involved, but thank you guys so much for all the questions. I appreciate you guys so fucking much. I really do. I'm trying to be more consistent and stuff. Of course, I've been doing okay on the main YouTube channel. The shorts have helped. I don't know if anybody's been getting annoyed by that. That's just a new thing that YouTube has, is the shorts. They're trying to take down TikTok or whatever. But I'll try and be more consistent on here as well. I want to start like a weekly podcast. I just don't know what to call it. I'm not really sure what to talk about, I guess. But I think once I start doing the stand-up, I will have a plethora to talk about, I'm sure. And I just can't fucking wait for that. I really can't focus on other things right now. Like, I can barely draw. I want to make a YouTube video because, like, my mind is just so focused on me getting up there and just doing the fucking thing and the writing, and I'm going over it in my mind, and then I keep getting like all these thoughts that I have to write down, all these new bits and stuff. I'm kind of glad it didn't go up last Monday because I have a new bit that I want to do now instead of the one I did before. But anyway, Thank you. I appreciate you. If you want to support me, you can go down in the comment, not in the comments, but in the description. We have a bunch of links and stuff like that, like Patreon. We got ringtones. We got merch. We got all that shit. I appreciate you guys. Thank you. I love you unconditionally, every single one of you. If you want to send in a question, comment down below or send me a message anywhere, DM me anywhere. Just let me know it's for just my advice so I can screenshot, or else I will have no fucking idea. Mwah.